This is part two, I guess. All right, where we at? All right, so let's get this slide up here.
Alright. You can hear me?
Yep, yeah. Can you see the screen and all that?
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see the screen. Yep. Oh yeah, see we got a little left to right. It was windy as fuck coming down the street.
All right, so we talking about the EFF and the protesters at the French embassy asking for these people to be kicked off the continent. You know what I mean? You know, for the Africa Day, we're gonna do it.
Right.
We talked about George Floyd for a little bit. You know, we're gonna review that. What's going on? Somebody got an echo.
Somebody got what?
It sounds like somebody had echo.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
turn
put
your
it on
phone
mute
down.
so
You
you
know,
want me to talk.
just turn the volume down on your phone. So we wait. Reese gonna come on. Try and get Shine go on. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have this discussion about Africa Day. I sent you the link. I know I did.
Yeah, I can.
Now, you know, like again, you know, just
All
for
right, can you
to
hear me?
reiterate, you know, hold up, let me put your joint on mute real quick. All right, yo, all right, so all right, I think you got him on mute. So, you know, it's not a coincidence that, you know, this situation with George Floyd happened on Africa Day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we were talking about in the beginning of the video. You know what I'm saying? We went on it, we went on into that. Um, you know, we drew some connections. You know, I'm just throw this up here real quick, you know, just to reiterate, you know what I'm saying? This number right here, you know, this number that we're looking at right here, you know, is the same number right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same reason why, you know, the boy Chauvin got, you know what I mean, what he got. Because, you know, it was all set up that way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get some more into that, but I do want to go, we're gonna get a little bit more into that later. You know what I mean? I want to go through just different things that's going on with this different Africa Day situation. I got some videos that I want to queue up. Um, Hold on 1 second. I don't know what happened to these dudes. All right, my man coming back in. They coming back in.
Do you hear any echoes?
We got a little echo.
All right, I'm gonna adjust the settings and come back.
Mike, hold on. Yep, hold on. Yep.
Got a little echo. It's all good. We getting it together. But you know, all of this shit that's happening, all this bullshit that's going on, you know, they trying to get black people out of here. You know what I'm saying? You know, they trying to do a lot of fuck shit. You know, and they want us to basically fall on our own sword. So they want to get us hyped up and riled up and amped up. You know, like that's why all of these different things are happening around, you know, satanic rituals and shit. You know, like the one that's coming up on the 28th. You know, that also falls in line with the last day of this um, determining of our fate with the whole World Health Organization. Like, you know, how we talked about you know, in the previous video and earlier in this video. You know what I'm saying? I want to get into some of this symbolism about the George Floyd shit. We're gonna talk about the Texas shooter ball too. On my fault. I think I got him out of there. Are you still muted? Let me see. Hold up. Are you talking? Hold up. You can unmute yourself, yo. Yeah. All right, you good now?
Yep. I'm muted. Yeah. I'm good.
All right, you good now.
I'm about to be at the house in a minute, so you know what I mean. Give me about a minute, and I'll be there. And that way, you ain't got to hear all the background noise because it's windy as fuck out here right now. Yep, for sure.
I mean, you good. You
I'm
good right now.
in
Like
less than 5 minutes.
You good. It ain't that bad. As long as you ain't got no feedback. Just turn your volume down while you out there.
Right.
If you got some headphones, if you got some headphones, that'll work too.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go. So a large crowd of the EFF supports have gathered in Magnolia Park, Brooklyn, as the Brooklyn Tashon as the park sets to commemorate Africa Day to march to the French embassy, demanding the French troops withdraw from the African continent. So, you know, shit is going down. And I'm pretty sure that shit did die down in one day. You know, I don't know if they got to get permits to protest over there like how they do here when they tell everybody to go home and get home safe and shit. But they be having like real situations over there. So like I said, you know, this is a grassroots situation where, you know, people is commemorating Africa Day like they should. And the tension been brewing anyway. So this ain't just about the holiday. You know, that they want, you know, these people out of here. So this is the EFF, you know, the Economic Freedom Fighters Memorandum, you know, to the colonial government of France. And this is what they issued to them yesterday. So we're gonna get into that in 1 second, but let's fix this audio problem because I'm hearing some feedback.
Did my echo go
no,
away?
you good. You good, Reese. You clear. I'm hearing like feedback somewhere else.
All I hear is a little crackling and popping. Are you on your phone or your laptop?
I'm on my phone, and he on his phone. I think that he's having some audio issues. But it seems to be cool right now. But before we get into this document right here, you got something that you want to address with this, because I do want to talk about this George Floyd shit too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm actually here just learning on some real shit. I just woke up, so I don't have nothing in front of me.
But I mean, I know you got some concerns about this George Floyd shit, and like, I'm actually getting out in front of this documentary that's coming out, because I'm like, damn, like we've been building a case on this shit, just me and you, for real, you know. And it's like, you know, we be bidding off of it, but you know, we've been investigating this shit for a minute, and I'm like, damn, like, you know, what's the girl that's about to come out with the documentary?
Her name is Candace Owens. And don't forget,
she about to come out with a John, and so I'm like, man, like, you know, we can go in on that shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, and I just wanted to point, you know, I was pointing out that this shit happened on Africa Day intentionally. And we also pointed out, you know, some connections earlier in the video. And I got some more connections that I want to point out in reference to that. You know what I mean?
Right. Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, now you clear it now. So can you see that? Can you see that slide up on the screen?
Yep, I can see it.
If anybody wouldn't care to read that while I'm looking for this video, y'all can go in on that. But basically, that's the Economic Freedom Fighters. That's the EFF. You know, this is the memorandum to the French embassy
well, you got the bottom of it. You got the bottom of it blocked out, so I can't read that last paragraph. It's got your name.
All right, I mean,
Yeah.
you got controls too. Hold on. Well, let me right on to the side. Let me do. I do it real quick. But right off to the side, you can take the banner down.
I
All right.
guarantee you won't want me controlling shit right now.
Now look, yeah, it's gone. I took it down real quick for you. So
But take the
I'm looking for
settings
this.
and stuff
I'm
out the
looking for
way
this
too.
video real quick. Say it again.
So this is from this year, huh? Shit, this is
Yeah,
from today.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, from yesterday. Yeah,
Yesterday, I mean. All right,
yeah.
the economic freedom fighters condemns all manifestations of colonialism and neo-colonialism in the entire African continent. We as a generation of freedom fighters reject and condemn the fact that decades after the declaration of the so-called independence of former colonized territories, colonizers continue to maintain a colonial and neo-colonial relationship with African countries which are supposed to be free from colonial control.
Ooh, I got that. I
The
got
Brit-
that.
Got what?
No, look, we piggybacking off each other. That's all. Go ahead.
Okay. The British colonizer.
Yeah,
Damn, what
Low
happened?
and
well, go
get
ahead.
right into
My fault. My fault.
Candace Owens jumped in there. I don't mind looking at Candace Owens,
Oh
goddamn.
yeah, because I was queuing up that video because she was talking about that. So I'm
She a certified baddie, man. I wish she
we
wasn't
we
mad.
got her on I got her on standby. Shout out to Candace Owens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of sisters don't like her, but I fuck with her when she not dancing with the devil. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I fuck with some of her talking points. I'm gonna just say that. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah,
Hey,
you can finish. This is a couple. You finished with this page, or you need me to move forward?
I didn't go to the second paragraph yet. We about to talk about my grandmother and them for a minute. All right. The British
hold on.
colonizer. What?
go ahead. Go ahead.
The British colonizers, the Portuguese colonizers, my folks, the
Right.
Belgian colonizers, the Spanish colonizers, and all the French colonizers continue to brutally exploit, oppress, and micromanage all the countries they colonized many decades ago. French colonialism in the African continent continues to be the most brutal, cruel, and damn devilish form of colonialism in the African continent. They're not playing with this document right here.
Hey, I got.
They're using some hard words up in here. Devilish.
Right.
Wow. When countries that were under French colonial rule declared political independence, the government of France destroyed and damaged all the infrastructure and systems that were developed through African resources and labor power because they wanted to retain total control over all the former colonies. The French colonial governments destroyed everything. They were unable to look back. Damn, this is small. They were unable to loot back to their country after independence. Yeah, once you take everything, everything else is expendable.
Right.
The French colonialists burned food, killed cows, and destroyed buildings and books. These niggas sound like wildlings and shit. What is this, Westeros? The former colony, the former colonies of French regime, such as Gabon, Mali, Niger, Senegal, Benin, Togo, Burkina Faso, Congo, Brazzaville, Ivory Coast, Chad, Central African Republic, Equatorial Guinea, Cameroon, and Guinea-Bissau continue to use the franc currency. The franc, that's on the stock market. So all of these countries right here are using the franc. That's on the stock market. I don't know what it is lined up next to the U.S. dollar, but it's there. So all of this is on the stock market underneath one currency. All these African nations. And
you know why?
And they tried to argue with Khalid that we weren't being traded on the stock market. Remember what?
Right.
Oh, fucking shit.
Look. Yeah.
France, huh?
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
So they're using the currency, and their monetary policies are dictated by the French Central Bank. Does that sound familiar?
Right.
So we ain't the only ones with one. France continues to maintain strong and intimidating military bases in almost all African countries. Of course, you're going to need a military there. Same way United States has military bases in all the countries around the world, but don't know countries around the world have a military base here. You ever wondered about that? We got one in Japan. We got one in Korea. We got one in Hawaii, Thailand, Philippines. I can keep going. We are
Right.
strategically placed all around this world to control everything militarily. And
To colonize. That's
there's
what
no
colonizers
other
do.
nation. There's no other nation that has a military installation outside of their own nation. Not that I know about, unless they're allies with someone else. You know what I mean? So
That's what colonizers do, man. You know what I'm saying? So you
that
know
last
that's
paragraph
the
is
accurate. That's the accurate term. There's no hate there. That's an accurate
Yeah.
term. These people
Hey, look,
colonize
hey,
these different areas.
right. Hey, look, check
evidence
this
is
out.
evidence.
Look how the brother just said.
All right, so
Look,
like, look, this slide. Hold on, wait a minute,
no,
wait.
I just queued
Pull,
it up.
pull,
That's all.
pull,
You
pause,
back
pause
to
that
it.
real quick. Hold
All
on,
right, I was trying to.
pause. So look. Oh, hold on, man,
Yeah,
hold on. Pause that, man.
it's hard.
We
Pause it
will
real quick.
boycott this.
It keeps playing.
Yeah,
There you go.
so
Everybody
yeah,
keeps
look, because that we can't be cut. We're not trying to cut each other off with the videos because that kind of that'll mess people up. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a glitch or something. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But
it was supposed to pause right when
no,
it
but
came
yeah,
in.
we gonna because I know you got a good segue right there. But let's take a minute to talk about what we just talking about. All right,
Where's the
so
bottom
like
of
Yeah,
that article?
I put it for queued up. Yeah,
when these people they colonize these different areas, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, these people is acting, they try to act like this is not the thing, you know what I'm saying? So, I just was trying to add that, you know what I mean? I forgot a little bit of my point, but we'll get back to it. So but Reese, what you were saying that they was on the Khalid Muhammad when Muhammad was talking. Now that was on the Donahue show, right?
I can't remember. He's debated so many people. I think he was debating the Jewish guy. I'm not really 100% sure. It could have been one of his classes. You know what I mean?
All right. Now, yeah, I was gonna say. Now, this document right here is I think it's like 4 pages or something like that. So we can take turns reading it and shit. But let's look at that video that you got right there. Now give us a quick segue into that video. What's that video in reference to?
that video is in reference to everything that you're reading right now, and it actually.
I'm just saying, not for me, for the audience. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
that's what I'm working my way into. Yeah, that's what I'm working my way into. This here is how that these other coasts, these other countries, now mind you, these other countries are the ones that are under British rule. The ones that are all in on it that also have influence from other countries. Even if they by face don't have a you know what I mean, a British face on it, it's still got a crown somewhere in the background, something on their money connected to something that's associated with it.
Right.
You dig what I'm talking about? So
Right.
these people and the way that these people like to do treaties and contracts and other jargon that they like to slide up under people, so on and so forth, it just to attest to how this economic freedom fighters, like the memorandum, is how they kept trying to slide shit up underneath folks and doing it from that angle. And these people, like, it's nothing, it's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to the okie doke. Yeah.
Right.
We used
Yeah.
to,
Roll that beam footage, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Here we go. Let me put this on there. Add the stream. There we go.
Because
there you go. Ah, yes.
That's Michael Jackson.
Yep.
we will boycott this referendum because it is a referendum asking for permission to have independence under the 1961 Constitution. We are opposed to the 1961 Constitution because it has a built-in European majority. In a House of 65, the African people could only be certain of 15 seats. This we cannot accept. And therefore, to say that we should have independence under the 1961 Constitution is virtually saying that we should agree to hold a referendum under a constitution which we have objected to and which we have boycotted. We have boycotted this referendum because Even if all the Africans who are voters voted against it, it would be a drop in the ocean. And in any case, the result of the referendum is already known. It is a foregone conclusion. And why waste your time in an exercise which is already a foregone conclusion? And the joining of the A and B voters roll under the same in this referendum would prevent even any indication of how Africans voted being seen.
Good shit. Right in line with what we talking about.
Did you notice that he had a French? Did you notice that man had a French accent? And he didn't sound like a Jamaican or the Caribbean guy.
Right. So you see how long this pillage been going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why as soon as I said, I was like, "Ooh, I got just the thing for that."
Right.
So look, y'all.
I know you. That's why I trusted your judgment. But I just wanted you to introduce it properly. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all get straightened out on that whole Giza Plateau thing and where it is? Y'all straight on that?
All right. Well, look. Let me let you look at this shit right here real quick. You know what I'm saying?
It's in Africa.
We got this. Now this is let me look at the second slide is better. So this is the Giza pyramids right here. So
okay. This is all right. This is the pyramid landing. What I want you to look up is where the Nile River splits into three at the top of Africa.
Oh, that's up there by where Palestine and them is.
Yeah,
because I got a whole bunch of them.
You want the top view of it
over there
because that is the area. When this river splits and makes a Y, when you look at it from an aerial view, the river looks like it turns into a Y like this. That area in between, in the middle of that Y, that's where that guy is getting those materials for those pillows. It's the only place on the planet Earth where you can get that too.
Right, that's where those ladies be dipping off into those mud baths and shit like that.
I think
that's
it's called
Palestine. Go ahead.
I think it's called the Giza Plateau.
Yeah, they just showed all those models. They got a pass. They got a COVID pass to go over there to go do their little stripper shit for them the powers that never should have been. You know what I'm saying? They were exempt for a few. You know what I mean? Situations.
You know what I mean? Said the powers that never should have been.
Hey, we're evolving on that statement. You dig what I'm saying? Every day it's something that gets added on to that. Just like the brother, who was them people? You got that wrote down with you? What's the name of them people? When they ask you who is them?
Oh, hey, listen. These people aren't in agreement right now. They're feuding with each other, so they're losing their grip. We're in a transitional period right now. I really believe that. Things that are happening in the world have never happened before. So there has to be something on the flip side of this. It's either going to be utter destruction, or a new way. You know what I'm saying? And this is a good time to be alive.
Or it's
you
just
and I.
So I got a little overlay real quick, and I think I got a video too. Let me throw that up so we can look at this shit.
Yep.
There we go.
Man, shout out to those that's been sticking around for 2 hours and
hey, let me hit y'all with something while you're waiting to do that. So, I think I know what this whole shooting thing and all is about, right?
Oh, here you go. Now look, this you said this is where the river split at, right?
Where the Y is?
With the Giza Plateau.
Okay, so this isn't the image that I was looking for, but this is good because this is like an earthly image. The image that Mike Lindell shows in his commercial is like a satellite type image.
Tombs of the so-called Black Pharaohs of the Nubian kingdom.
I wasn't ready for that.
They too harnessed the Nile's riches.
I'm gonna put it on mute.
One time,
I want to hear this.
Oh, you want to hear it?
1,000 kilometers to the north. But unlike the Egyptians, little is known about their mysterious culture and language.
They just going over they going over to the
A
area
little
and
way
showing where the
upstream
Nile
from those
River is,
enigmatic
and you know what I'm
pyramids,
saying?
the
Talking
Nile
about the
story
culture.
becomes more complicated.
Wait a minute, they're going north. Well, you know,
Right.
north is south right there, right?
Now there are two
Y'all
rivers,
understand that, right?
the Blue
Right,
Nile
right.
and the White Nile.
Yeah,
Here
right
they
there.
meet and merge in what
So this
Arab
is the area
poets
where he's
call
getting the cotton from.
Pause it right
longest
there.
kiss in
Pause it right
history.
there. See that V?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the V. Now, on Mike Lindell's commercial, he shows you that V, but he shows you the satellite view. So you really see how it comes up and makes a Y. You see
Right.
the river turns into a Y. And in the middle of that Y, right there, what you're looking at, that's where the materials for the best pillows on Earth are. Right there. And nowhere else on the planet Earth. Nowhere else on the planet. That's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? We always gotta,
Say that
you
George
know how it is,
exclusive.
man. We'll find out something else later. You know how this go. But for now, yeah, there it is. You watch his commercial, you'll see it. Go ahead and play his commercial.
I got,
Is that a
yeah,
video?
I got it queued up. Right? You know, it's funny because I got I used to have his commercial on my joint all the time because that was like bloatware and shit. I was like, this dumbass commercial.
I
Just
love that
deleting
guy,
that
man.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
I love that guy, man. That guy is in my head like the Ginsu
Yo,
knives from back in
he's
the day.
he's a colonizer, man. He got people over here picking cotton in this area for him, man.
Hey, look, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
Fucking,
pick,
he's a colonizer just like the rest of them, man. You know
hey,
what I'm
listen.
saying?
You gotta
Well,
pick your
let's-
masters,
let's-
dog. You gotta pick your
look at the
masters.
rest of this. Let's look at the rest of this right here. So, all right, let's go to the next slide. You finished reading that, right? You finished reading the first page, right?
Hold on a second.
Right.
Because that's an extension of the first paragraph, the last paragraph that I didn't finish. It's not really much there though. This is really small.
Yep. I know my nigga be like, hold on, let me hit you with the dictionary
Oh,
version.
so
of
this is the Colonial Pact. This is the Colonial Pact out of France. This is the bullshit they hit him with. So this is what the pact included, right? Paying
Right.
for the infrastructure France built during colonization. Keeping 50% of their foreign reserves in the French treasury. God damn. 14 African countries have been doing this for years. Interestingly, these countries can only access 15% of their reserves each year. Wow, if they need more, they have to. Oh my God! Listen, all this is another fancy way of describing our banking system and our loaning system. And let me keep going. I'm getting mad. France has the first
it's
right to
slavery.
purchase, huh?
It's slavery. It's indentured servitude.
Digital. France has the first right to purchase any natural resources discovered. Listen to that shit. So, whoa, stop right there. We're on number 3. France has the first right to purchase any natural resources discovered. So, when this material, I mean, this is off something else. We're on Mike Lindell again. This material that he found to make the best pillows in the world, how did he find it? Who found it? Who had the machines to go look for this stuff? And did this go down? You see? Number 4, purchase natural resources discovered. Is that what that is? We don't know. That's something we can look into and come back
Yeah,
with
that's
later.
what it is, man. These motherfuckers been using that word "discovered" forever. Like they come to America and say we discovered it, just like Dr. Ben. You know, shout out to the great Dr. Ben. He was walking around in so-called Great Britain, and the cop up there, they stopped him and was like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm discovering Great Britain." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
like
the
you can
first
smack an old lady over the head with a brick and
he said,
discover her
I'm the-
pocketbook.
He said, "I'm the first of my people here. You know, I'm discovering, Great Britain." You know what I'm saying? So, these people, even though people been in this area and they know about these resources for millions of years, when these people come here and say, "Oh, look at this, I discovered it," you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that's a slick way of just stealing. They say,
Yo.
"Oh, I discovered this."
Let's go, yo. Listen to all this other shit. Look, French companies have the first right to choose on all government procurement bids. Senior military officers are trained in France. France has the right to deploy its military in African countries. God damn. Countries have to make French the official language, ergo the guy's accent that I was joking about a minute ago. You
Now
have to
remember,
learn French.
Malcolm said in the '60s, most of our brothers and sisters around the world speak French, and that was
So
in
do
the '60s.
don't Canadians speak French?
Yeah,
Yeah,
All
some
right,
do.
well,
Yeah, a lot of people. It's a universal language.
they got the British seal on their money and the Queen's face. So they made French the official language and the education language. Now listen. If they make it the education language, that's all you need right there. Everything else is just secondary. You teach them how to talk like you, it'll be easy to do everything else. That should have been up here with number one, actually. Using the French colonial currency, obviously. Former colonies have to send a reserve report to France. Wow. Former colonies that are now French colonies. Because, see, they leave a lot out when they make these sentences. They give it to you brief. They leave a lot out. They don't explain everything. That's what we got to do. Ex-colonies cannot enter into military alliances with other... Listen to what's in this pact, man. It's basically total control. This is fucking Ramsey Snow.
Hey, and that's either French
they lording over the land, man.
Or Britain. Yeah, Britain has the same treaty. Britain has the same contract with these other people, the ones that Britain ran over.
They're saying you have to ask France before you can ally yourself with anyone in the world. You have to ask them first. So that means they basically have control over who you're going to be in alliance with, and there's no way in hell you're going to be in alliance with someone that is not in alliance with them. That is total control.
Now they got to get the fuck out. I mean, they got to just go. They got to go.
So all we got to do is just find out the other countries and what parts of Africa they own, and line up their pacts and treaties or whatever with this one, and do the comparison. See if it's all the same bullshit. And then somewhere down the line, we'll land on that goddamn Giza Plateau and Michael and Dell. All right, let me keep going.
Yeah, because the whole thing is y'all got to go home. Y'all got to go home. All those countries y'all talking about, y'all got some interest in, just go home.
It's a good dream, brother. I'm with
that's
you
why
on
they
it.
that's why they're saying that.
It's a good dream. I'm with you on it. Ex-colonies are required to join forces with France during war or global crisis, COVID, monkeypox, economics, war in Ukraine, anything. They're aligned with France automatically due to this pact until this shit is put through the paper shredder.
The U.S.
All right, let's go.
That's why go ahead. The dude from South Africa, when he was speaking on that shit, when he said it doesn't matter what kind of country that you're, whatever country or government that you're a part of, when we go to a war, you know what I'm saying? When we create this chaos, when we create the situation, which is going to be the situation, if you're a part of the military, you're going to have to join forces with whatever country is allied with whoever the fuck is fucking around, or part of your contract, they will snipe your ass on fucking sight. Now,
it's crazy. It's crazy how we land on shit by accident. He shows a text, you show a video, and the two go together. And y'all didn't plan this. I know that. There's no way. The French government.
That's why we coined the phrase "we years ahead of motherfuckers on accident," man.
Philadelphia, California.
All right, this is something different right here. The French government and regime have played a direct role in the coup d'etat, an illegal and unlawful overthrow of many governments in the African continents. France is also responsible for the assassination of many prominent leaders in the African continent. So that's something else y'all can look up, find out who these leaders are. Additionally, wait, it jumped. I'm too high for that. I'm too high for that. All right, France is all right. Additionally, France continues to support and anchor nonsensical governments that have no respect for African people. These include the following. All right. Burkina Faso, which led to the assassination of Thomas Sankara. Guinea, we already know about that. Central African Republic, I didn't know about that. Chad, Mali, huh?
Well, go ahead, because you know sometimes when they speak on something, it might be the third version of the time that they invaded them. You know what I mean? Because I know personally, I know a brother from Chad, and they had a situation where what was it? The Shell Corporation dumped hella shit along, or dumped hella oil along along Madagascar and stuff like that, and the people of Chad had a problem with
the Madagascar situation.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So every time that it mentions a country, it may be one thing that's associated with something else that they got going on. You dig what I'm saying?
And look at Mali. Mali's instability has always been sponsored by France. Ivory Coast, illegal arrests of leaders and instability and sponsored by France. It's sponsored by France. The continued rulership of, you got this in the way, I don't know. I can't figure
Yeah.
out what that says.
Like, can't yeah. It says the continued let me see, illegal arrests of leaders, instability. Okay. The continued rulership of Paul Hold on, let me just actually I got my TV screen.
Paul Biya in Cameroon, financed and maintenance by France, the permanent and perpetual destabilization of the Democratic Republic of Congo, aided by the French government.
We already knew about that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so most of this we already knew about, but this document is from today. Oh, there's more. All right, we commend and appreciate the work of revolutionary anti-colonial forces that are beginning to undermine French colonialism, particularly in Mali. All right, I didn't know that was going on. And call on all neo-colonized people under the so-called Francophone. What the hell is that? Francophone. Maybe that's the name of the pact or whatever, right?
What is it? Where? Hold on. All right, go ahead.
I'm going to start the sentence over and you can see the context of it.
Yeah,
We commend and appreciate the work of revolutionary anti-colonial forces that are beginning to undermine French whoa, I'm getting stuck. French colonialism, particularly in Mali, and call on all neo-colonized people under the so-called Francophone. So that must be like some type of group or something to reject
that's what
France's colonial rulership. Maybe it's an army, who knows? We can look it up.
Against
So let me
French
write this
rulership.
word down. Let me write this word down on the notebook before I go forward, because I don't know what that
It's
is.
like their local versions. It's like their local versions of like Antifa and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The people who are against the fascist government, the people who
That's
are
what I'm
against the
assuming. It's some type of group or army or whatever.
It's the people that's against France's doing.
But they're in
Basically,
place
you
to
know what I
reject
mean?
France's colonial rulership and control. So we commend
Right.
the many anti-colonial and pan-Africanist forces in all the African countries, and we need to find out who these are and list them, and reiterate our call for the unity of the African continent. Despite the micromanagement of the former colonies, the French government continuously uses its resources to corruptly influence the internal process of electoral outcome. This is sounding more like America every day. The electoral outcomes of Africa's continental organizations such as the African Union and the Pan-African Parliament. France continues to identify puppets in different African countries or field them as candidates. That's a misprint right there. That should be or field them as candidates for important and strategic positions in different continental multilateral organizations. Wow. Puppets all over the place. So, in other words, people that look like us that do their work for them. All over the place, by the way.
Coolies
See?
for the first one. Go ahead. Yep.
Demands. So these are demands. This is all part of this pact too, huh? So this pact has demands.
The one I had.
All these rules, but now here are the demands. I wonder what this shit says. All right. The economic freedom fighters, therefore, stands here in front of the embassy of slave traders, colonialists, warmongers, and imperialists to make the following demands. France must grant full independence to all African countries and allow them to determine their own currencies, monetary policies, and economic direction. Oh. Wow. How about France just get the fuck out of there? One demand.
That's what they say.
Everybody go home.
Everybody
go
you know
home.
what I'm saying? That would make sense why they saying this.
Let some hood niggas put this together. We make it clear and simple. This should be one page. This should be on a 3x5 card. One fucking text. France must stop all colonial taxes because it is the wealth of the African continent. Hey, the blood and sweat of Africans that built all of the African infrastructure, which African countries are forced to pay for many decades after the so-called independence. God damn. That's why there are empty, dry diamond mines over there and poor ass Africans right there in the same area. Imagine that. And the whole world is glistening.
Good
The whole
afternoon.
world is lit.
Hey,
The
what's
whole
up with
world
you?
is lit and dripping. And those niggas over there ain't got shoes, eating mud pies and shit. Get the fuck
Right.
out of here.
You savage.
France
Good
must-
afternoon.
Right. Oh, here we go. France must immediately remove all of its military bases, which is currently stationed in Africa. This includes, but is not limited to, military bases, French soldiers. I'm glad they put this there. Not limited to. French military bases, French soldiers, French aid through arms, and any presence of French influence in the armies or militia groups in Africa, meaning white faces. This little group of words right here just means white faces.
Right.
I'm being goofy, but that's what that means indirectly. France must desist from interfering in the economic affairs of African countries through monetary policy, and the usage of their currency in West Africa must gradually decrease towards establishing currency systems determined by Africans themselves. Wow. Yeah, they want everything gone. Gone.
Yeah, they're saying,
Economic affairs.
This is the political way of saying get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, this is the nice
Right.
way. This is the nice way
Right.
that the news can read it. So this can be read on a news channel. But in a private room, this ain't gonna go like this.
And it is being read on multiple news channels right now. So, right hand rings for power for this triangle offense that we putting out right now. Shout out to
Well-
Shango too. Shango is here in spirit. You know what I mean? So this is the 4-way
Right.
situation. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's in the dragon pit now.
We doing
France
this for
must
Africa
return-
Day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. France must return all mineral or fiscal reserves held by the French treasury to African nations and any of their... Now, they wilding right here. They not giving back what they took already. You can kill that.
Right.
You better take what the fuck you can get. This thing is in the way again. How'd I get rid of it?
So depending on what you're looking at to get it.
I'm at the last...
Yeah, I got something for that too.
Because it was disappearing and coming back. All of this right here. See how it goes away and comes back? What is that?
That's because how you
All right,
have your tabs. It's your tabs. You're scrolling over your tabs and things that you got open.
All right, I think I can get through it. France must pay reparations to all of its former colonies, particularly the architects of the greatest slave rebellion known. I'm going to assume this says known to man. And has had its development stunted by... I can't get that.
Known to humanity, Haiti has its development stunned by a racial global world order, which
Wow.
fears African independence and the first black-led state.
Wow. What a surprise. Haiti is mentioned in this. You think?
A lot of what they consider to be degenerate slaves from Jamaica was sent to Haiti, and those now Jamaica had the Maroons, you know what I'm saying, the militia
Right.
group that took on the British, you know what I'm saying, and they did that by what they call marooning ships, where they had Jamaican pirates that that basically took over British ships and they became pirates, you know what I mean. So the whole term of being maroon came from African rebellion groups, Jamaican African / Jamaican rebellion groups that took British ships and left the British soldiers what they call marooned on an island. You know what I'm saying? And of course, like with the Bugs Bunny shit, they try to make that whole phrase maroon a negative thing, but that's what they do. And when they wage war on people, the propaganda, they turn your name into a bad name. So like you'll hear Bugs Bunny say, get out of here, you maroon. But a maroon was the black militia group, from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those what they considered to be degenerate slaves, they sent them to Haiti, and which led to the Haitian Revolution. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's get to the rest of this slide. We got some more to go. You know what I'm saying?
All right, number 7. The removal of French Oh, of course. Get that shit out of there. But y'all got to relearn your original tongues all over again. Unless they know them. You know, there's a lot of bilingual people in Africa. So they want the language out of there in favor of a continental reconstruction of African identity. Wow. Away from the imposition of white civilizations, standards, and norms as a measure of humanity. They shouldn't have used this word white right here. They should have said European. They shouldn't use that word right there. That's going to
Well,
cause
they
some
was
bullshit.
turned up. You can tell they turned up. They turn up at the end of this document. So they gonna turn
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Who's gonna-
Oh,
who's
shit.
gonna read
So
it?
I'm about to get
Who's gonna
shocked,
read
huh? All right, let me get my shock. France must stop its sponsorship of divisions that occur in Africa. Sponsorship of divisions that occur in Africa's continental multilateral institutions, particularly the Pan-African Parliament and the African Union. You mean disputes that you perpetuated and orchestrated. But they're being nice here. Sponsorship of divisions. They're being nice right there. All right, so you say they turn up? Let's see. These demands are made to the government of France and sent to all colonial and neo-colonial forces in the African continent, including the UK, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Belgium, Germany, and the United States of America. All of y'all get the fuck out. But where is China in this list? China knows more than all these motherfuckers put together.
Whoa.
So something's missing. What have we landed on?
Whoa.
Let's go over the list again. UK, Portugal, my
Whoa.
people, Spain, Italy, Belgium, Germany, and the United States of America. I'm going to scan through the article. No. I know how to speed read. No China. Nowhere.
No
I
China.
promise you that. Nowhere in this page. All right, so let's keep going. All forms of manifestations and colonialism in the African continent must be dismantled. All, they said all, but there's still no mention of China. Dismantled, and it's our obligation as a generation to work fearlessly to dismantle colonial and neo-colonial rule. Good luck, fellas. The EFF, that's the name of this document, right? Or this, I know it was at the title. Is that the name of the group, the EFF?
Yeah.
I came in late. Okay.
Economic Freedom Fighters.
Okay, I came in late. The EFF will do everything in its power to destabilize all forms of colonialism in the African continent and will play an unapologetic and leading role in the dismantling of all remnants of colonialism and colonial rule in the African continent. Wow. We stand on the shoulders of great anti-colonial Pan-Africanists such as Kwame Nkrumah, Sekou Toure, Emperor Haile Selassie, Ben Bella, Thomas Sankara, Gamal Abdel Sobukwe, and many Pan-Africanists who genuinely resisted colonialism and stood for the unity of the African continent. I'm pretty sure Tucker and the boys, and Hannity and them gonna have something to say about these guys. They already mentioned a few of them. The EFF expects a response to all of these demands within 14 working days. If there is no believable and practical response within the 14 days, we will, as the leadership of the EFF, outline a clear and practical program on how we will undermine and counter French's continued colonization of the African continent. And here right now is one little tiny example. I'm going to poke some fun at this guy of his colonization. Look how he spells program here. AMME, just like they do in France. Everything else is Dutch English. The one mistake he made right here, and there's another one earlier that we caught. But, it just shows you the programming that they're under. They're spelling words by accident.
On purpose.
Right.
In the French lingo, or on purpose, like Pope said, whatever.
Yeah.
It might be a breadcrumb he dropped. Look at their names, though.
An accident.
Look at their names, though. These are like Haitian type names. You know what I mean?
They fill in the blanks.
Sizzalese. All with the French accents on it, African with a little bit of French seasoning on it. Some adobo and paprika. You dig? That's what these names are. These are African names right here with French, See the SHE right here, the two L's.
Yeah.
Right.
But this XO, that's African. This
That's the
LISC,
colonizer
that's
term.
African. This
Right.
this AWO, that's African. You know what I mean?
They write the script for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they like, oh yeah, my name really
Well,
is this. So you
it's
add
definitely a
this
peculiar
in.
thing for China to not be mentioned. This might be a China-backed organization. China
Yeah.
might be putting some money in their pocket to get everybody else out there to kind of level the playing field for themselves. That
Yeah,
could
but
be
That's what
what's
they
happening
said.
on the back end. Kind
Right.
of similar to what Gaddafi was being accused of. Now earlier, I don't know if
Right.
you've seen that when he was before you came in. We had some documents accusing Gaddafi of pan Arabism. You know what I'm saying? And the Arabic expansion
Oh yeah,
and
Bush had him
takeover of the
murdered.
continent.
Ain't that a
Similar to
bitch?
what
Bush had him murdered. The greatest world leader we've seen in thousands of years. Yes, I said it. There was no hunger, no poverty. He gave the farmers. If you grew food on his land in his country, your kids had college degrees at the university of their choice, free college. That man.
And now and that's
Go
the
ahead.
thing. Like these things, I feel all of that. Like I don't want you to fire back. Like it's bullshit. But basically, he's being accused of doing both of those things, saying like
Right.
basically like the ends justified the means. Like he did fucked up
Right.
shit, and then he tried to like restore order and do good, and
Yeah,
then that's when he
yeah,
got
trying to clean
overthrown.
shit up.
You know what I'm saying?
Clean
Gaddafi was
shit
going to
up.
unify with other African leaders. They were going to get
And
together
use
and
the
just turn
resources.
their backs on the
Yeah,
white man and the
I feel you.
colonizers. They
I
were going to
feel
make
you.
their
And
own
he was the
money,
only.
come up with their own bank, and just they would have been just
And he
standing
was
there.
the only. He was the only Arabic leader that apologized for the Arabic slave trade. You know what I'm saying?
They had to murder
So
him. They
now
had to
the
murder him.
accusations are that he did that. But pushing his own Arabic expansion agenda covertly. That's the accusations. So if
But
we can
you
get
said it
into that,
was
in a more in a later build or something. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
they killed him, so we'll never know. But on the
right.
Right.
face,
Yeah, we
if
did.
you got
I
people,
got the
listen.
video.
If you got people in your land that and everyone has sustenance, there's no starvation. That guy's
Yep.
all right with me. That guy's all right with me. I don't
Hey,
give a
Good
fuck.
point.
look, I got the
Point
video.
well
I got the
taken.
last video before they
Point
invaded.
well
Before they
taken.
invaded
Yeah,
his
throw
neighborhood.
throw that up, Pope.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Let me pull that up for
Is
real,
this
because
the is this
I
the end of the document? Is this the end of this document right here? That's all of it.
No. Yeah,
How
that's the
much?
end of the document. Yeah, that's the end of the document.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we was finished with that because now we can go.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see what's his intro right here. Bingo, 4 seconds, 26. All right. Let's see here. Let me do it. Hold on one second. Trying to get him when he get to talking about his scenario and situation. Oh, what happened? Oh,
That's
give me one
crazy how you
second.
found that document though. That's crazy how you found that shit.
Yeah. And it coincided with a video that I had that kind of coincided with some shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
I
we
haven't
moving with
seen it on none of these pro black
the
channels yet.
we moving with the ancestors, man. We moving with the universe. Shout out to
For
Shango,
sure.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be. Yeah, you gotta be on the right frequency. That's the thing. When you
Shout out
throw
to
that energy
Ogun.
out there,
You know what I'm saying?
yes sir. When you throw that energy out
Shout
there,
out
you
to
get that strong-
Herakuhuti. A lot of Herakuhuti energy in here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all wanna try to dig up some stuff on this Mike Lindell guy?
No, there's
Yeah,
a lot of
most
stuff
definitely.
on
You know what I'm
YouTube and
saying?
the rest of the stuff. You sound like you wanted to say you want to do some shrooms. It was like, hey, y'all want to do some? I hear you, sir. Here, hold on. I gotta put it up on the regular thing because it say that there's no audio to that, but I gotta put it on the regular video too. There, let me throw this thing up there real quick. It might be space I can lose on my other stuff. What's that? 58 seconds. Yeah.
Yo, Pope always looked like he in some secret bunker somewhere or some shit, like the Black Dabu 7 out this motherfucker.
Right, yeah.
Dabu 8.
Oh,
Man.
yeah, I ain't never
Yo, we
seen
gotta
Dabu.
get that nigga on the panel, man. We gotta get him.
Yeah,
man.
we gotta reach out to him, man. You
So
know what I'm saying?
let's go on this.
Yeah, oops, there
First
you go.
of all, we have no
Here,
diplomacy.
check it out.
It is
Hold on, my bad.
popular bureau formed by the Libyan people. I didn't sign any paper regards this bureau.
Can
I
you give it to us?
didn't appoint any one
Oh.
of them. They have chosen by the people them itself. They are not diplomats.
Libya. Libya was paradise, man.
Yeah. I couldn't even tell if it was playing. Yeah. Sometimes it's snap off.
His accent basically, you know, he has a strong accent. It's hard to hear what he's saying.
Yep. Here, look. Let me see. Might be able to swing game this thing right here.
He was breaking down his program for his people, though.
Right. And he actually touched on hella different things because they tried to play him. Look, check it out. Let me see.
George Bush killed this guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they said the coup of Syrians in there. Some Syrian agents in there. They overthrew. You know how they do. They send the economic jackals in, and they make. You know, they send the coup in. You know, the political hitmen. You know, they do that shit. You know, we got.
Yo, this nigga got his
video.
Lexington Steel on the camera. Yo, you wildin'. He fucking. He got his Johnson on the camera. You gonna have
man,
chicks,
get off the screen, man.
you gonna have chicks in the chat. You gonna have chicks in the chat sending cash apps and shit. Got Byron Long on camera and shit.
But get this shit out the screen, man.
And this nigga look like.
Hey, that's what it takes. Hey,
First of
play
all,
some
we have
background
to
music to it. Let me see.
It is popular bureau formed by the Libyan people. I didn't sign any paper regarding this bureau. I didn't appoint any one of them. They have chosen by the people them itself. They are not diplomats. I think the masses that formed this people bureau will form another one in America. We have thousands of students in the United States of America. I think they will form a new one instead of this closed bureau. It is the responsibility of the masses because Libya is Jamahiriya. The authority is in the hand of the people itself.
We got to find out that bureau he's talking about and who those people are, those students he was talking about that came over here to the U.S. His accent is really
I got
hard.
all of it broke down. I got it all broke down already. Like I really been like I've been researching the whole because that is the interview that they used before they wiped him out.
Okay.
They tried to demonize him. For sure.
He has a strong accent, man. It is hard to understand him.
No, not really. If you listen to a bunch
Yeah,
of
my apologies. I'm just queuing up some videos right here, but I'm putting these Jones in over here. I'm putting these Jones over here in the video file, John. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we ain't gotta be blocked out the way and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Nah, the only reason why I didn't do it like that is because it says that the video file doesn't have audio. So I know it does. When I put it over there on that side, it plays. But when you know what I'm saying, those in particular videos, I just gotta format them. That's all. You know what I'm saying for those in particular.
And
so I'm gonna leave with this first video right here, and then come back to that drone that's just right there. Yeah, I want to double back on this. In this hour coming up, we can go in on this George Floyd shit. You know what I'm saying? The rap is drawing up. And we can make it a group thing. You know what I'm saying? But let me play this little clip right here.
You know,
I got off on Twitter.
Hey, if your pants is tighter than your socks, you shouldn't even be wearing them.
Nice watch.
Nice watching. You don't care what time it is. was gonna be like Snoop Dogg coming in. So like, what the fuck are these people? Yeah.
So these motherfuckers is like, you see these motherfuckers is cutting deals and shit over there. It's a lot of the reason why I played this is because you're seeing that you know the modernization of Africa. You know what I'm saying? And like like when you was reading that document, you were showing how there was a lot of similarities to a lot of shit that's happening in Africa. So you're seeing like there's big business going in over there. So that's why these people, that's why our brothers and sisters over there are trying to, get their shit together and reclaim their continent, because all these different corporations and shit are converging on this continent, now more than ever. You know what I'm saying? And of course, China is leading the way. So it's quite possible that I'm surprised that this wasn't a Chinese boy in the video right here. You know what I'm saying? But
well, that might be that could be their version of Hunter Biden.
Right.
Yeah.
That could be their Hunter Biden over there in Africa. You don't know who that guy is. That's somebody we gotta look at.
He definitely could, like, just because he's the European, he definitely could be working with them Chinese. You know what I'm saying? As they would say, the Asians, rather. You know what I mean?
Because if you'll notice, anything that we talk about, the Chinese Communist Party comes up, right? But you never see a Chinese face on the articles that you always see a white face.
Even with Korea, like South Korea, like think about Samsung and shit. They don't use South Koreans to promote Samsung.
How about this though? When the COVID first came out, they kept saying China, 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 CCP, but we never saw any faces. Who was that doctor? You know what I mean? Remember the first guy?
Well, one thing I do want to say about that, on that note, is when the video that got the world, scared of this whole shit, the video that got popping was the old head boy walking down the street and he started grabbing his chest and he fell out. You know what I'm saying? And then that video went viral, and then that video was running synonymously with the video of the girl eating the bat. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think I got that way deep in my archives and shit, but those are the two videos that made the world fear,
but this is what I'm saying. Those two people weren't on Fox, BBC, or none of that shit. Where are they? What are their names? Like, and who are these people involved in all of that? We don't, but we got everybody else's name though, don't we? We got everybody. We got Gates' name, Hunter Biden, and all these other people. You know what I mean? That they talk about in the cabal, but none of these Chinese dudes are mentioned, except for a few people that were dating, like the chick that was dating the senator over here. You know what I mean? Remember they made a big deal about that, and they only covered that for a few days.
Right.
Yep. They showed this. They got to pick and choose their battle. Yeah,
that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. But it's like what they do is they string shit together. Like a lot of times on the surface, you might not see a connection and all that shit. But they literally be like with a director, like, all right, like I'm about to use some director lingo. What they do with a lot of these stories is they Easter egg shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember in the video that we did earlier about the monkeypox shit, they Easter egg that Danville, Pennsylvania shit. Remember? They said Danville, Pennsylvania, but they also had the Danville, Virginia, where they had the monkeypox research center at. So they put a lot of these stories together, and they bring stories back strategically to kind of, sagaciously gloat about shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me throw up this next clip, and then we can move to the next subject and shit. Let's close this out.
Awona lapa le Sanjur le discriminated. Ba Sanjur ga muka bana ba ba go tshwana
it was translation to this, but for whatever reason, I downloaded this video. I guess the bottom part of the video didn't come through because it was words at the bottom. We global, so shout out to the brothers in the continent that can translate.
What is he saying?
I don't know, but the video, like when I downloaded the video, it was supposed to have caption on the bottom of it, but it didn't come out right.
I found
You know, look,
it.
that's the trial was doing shit live. You know what I mean? I downloaded this on the fly, and shit, but it didn't come out with the captions like how it was supposed to.
And then from there, ground.
How much you let it roll, you know, just for people, you know, that, because our videos do reach the continent, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just let it play.
Closer to other families than other families. So risk number the jail we were less of we're
talking about the current situation that we were just talking about. You know what I mean?
And Malapaga or Kemasholar now willing and Alulalin tree. So La Palelum let Grandro.
What's up with them hands? What's up with them hands? What's up with them hands right there? You seen that?
He doing a lot of shit. That right there.
You seen that?
He doing a lot of shit.
Look at his hands, look.
Man, he hit two of them. He hit two of them joints back to back.
You see how he's moving around? Look, it's like they told him, yeah, you better do that. You know what I'm saying? Look at his face.
Yo. He made the rock diamond. He did it all, dog.
Look at his face, dog. Look at his face, yo.
He made 3 signs back to back.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
I wonder what he's saying.
Look, I think that was the first one, right? That was the first one, right?
Yeah. Phone overheating. Hold on.
See how we catching shit? This live right here. You know what I mean?
It's
now
live.
he's looking around.
Hey, look.
Who is he looking for back there? Look. Who the fuck is he looking for back there? Can we go back? Let me play it. Let me play it back.
Also raised the issue of racism in South Africa.
You put a new video up? My fault. This is a new video?
Interest in Africa has nothing.
This is a new video right here?
Yeah, I want to see this.
Hold up, yeah, let me run it back. My fault, because I was rewinding. You gotta give me, you gotta let me know that's what you're about to do, because my finger was on the screen, so that's what made me fast forward the video. So this, that's what fucked it up. You gotta give that leeway, man. You can't just jump in with the video. That messed it up.
His
All right,
camera
so
froze too.
I'm trying to start it back. He might I think that's why he blacked out. So that's why this dude be crazy, man.
Is that stuck there now?
Oh man, listen. All right, look. All right, let's go back to this video real quick. All right, look at his hand. You seen that? Y'all saw that, right? Look how he fidgeting around though. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm gonna let him play that video because I know that's a little segue right there. But when he get it back together, he gonna fix it. But you know, let's look at his hands though. Look how he looking around.
So risk number the jail we were less of
Yo, they could be like I said when we first started this video. You saw, look, boom. All right, that was one. What I said. So like he looking around and shit. Now, when I first started this video, I said this could be a coup that they're gearing these people up to try to, you know what I mean, to start some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You know,
guess what I'm looking at right now?
What's that?
So the new thing in the news is that while the shooting was going on, the parents were outside while the active shooter was in the school, and they were arguing with the police to go in there and do something about it.
Oh yeah. We said that in the beginning of the video. Hold on, my fault. Let me take that out of there. So yeah, look. let's reiterate, as we move back into the current events. As we move back to America, rather. No disrespect to what's going on in Africa, because that's definitely current. You know what I'm saying? But as we come back across the Atlantic, so they, like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, that they said that the shooter was in there shooting for 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Now, and then they said an elite squad came. Let me check the news real quick. They said the elite squad of 4 soldiers came and took him out after 40 minutes. Now, remember how I always point out that gematria with the number code, the alphanumeric code and shit that they do, and the 44 is the kill number, just like the 44 caliber killer. Remember the Son of Sam and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Malcolm and Martin met on 4-4. You know what I'm saying? And Martin was also killed on 4-4. You know what I'm saying? So April 4th, to be specific. You know what I'm saying? And so I just recently did a couple videos about 4-4 and this number killing, and I pointed out in the gematria how this dude name equals 44. You know what I mean? In gematria. So probably on the next video I'm gonna get those slides together. You know what I mean? But we're gonna jump into this George Floyd shit. But when you put that symbolism that right there that you put in front of you together, they said he was in there for 40 minutes, and then a group of 4 SWAT members came and took him out. 4-4. You know what I'm saying? That's the kill number. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. They do the shit over and over again. You know what I mean? I just wanted to reiterate that because you brought that shit up. You know what I mean? But
it's crazy. They about to do a little live press conference.
I want to get into this shit now. All right, let me see if I can throw this video up here.
The clearly different
the
colors of the
we were
blue
looking
and
at.
white Nile suggest different characters and origin.
All right, that's the old video. Let me see this right here. I think Pope trying to come back in.
Because what we are going to cover today. We obviously
have
to cover the George Floyd.
Yeah, well, I don't see
Hello
nothing.
and welcome, and we can just get right into this because what we are going to cover today. We obviously have to cover the George Floyd trial conclusion, which is...
All right, I'm gonna take it out the studio and bring it back in. Maybe there's something wrong with it. Hold on.
That's Candace Owens' documentary.
Yeah.
I might show it on my channel later on.
No, check it out. This is probably like a preview or something. It's an early clip that I've been had this clip on my phone. This is probably
right.
This is a statement that she made. This is a statement that she made in regards to the subject, like when it should happen. So this is not the documentary. This is her talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't got that documentary yet, but
hello and welcome, and we can just get right into this because what we are going to cover today. We obviously have to cover the George Floyd trial conclusion, which is that Derek Chauvin is guilty on all counts. And I have to appreciate people that were trying to create a pressure campaign for me on Twitter saying, I wonder what Candace is going to say. Even Republicans agreed that this was the right call. I don't care who agrees that this was the right. I don't care if it's a Republican. I don't care if it's a Democrat. I don't care if it's a white person. I don't care if it's a black person. I am not so much of an intellectual coward that because the mob decides something, because the lie about George Floyd and the way that he lived his life has become so big that we just have to now accept it as the truth. And believe me, this is a lie. Nancy Pelosi yesterday said, quote, thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice. She also said, quote, that his name will always...
Let's pause. I got to pause it real quick right there. Y'all heard her
sacrifice himself.
Wow.
Be synonymous with justice. That means he
stopped his own heart.
Wow. But y'all, look, we talk about this sacrifice culture or ritual season that these people is into. So that is proper word placement right there. They said that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to highlight that real quick. But I'm gonna let the rest of this video clip play.
George Floyd's name will always be synonymous with justice. You have got to be kidding me. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. It does matter. This is the most important part that he is now becoming synonymous.
Hold on. Yo,
I can't breathe.
yo, what? Listen, what have we always been saying about this shit with this George Floyd situation? This nigga got statues and shit like that, like all around the
Nigga, they
world.
had
Like, you know what I'm
closed casket
saying?
funeral. Closed casket
Yeah,
funeral.
we're gonna
Remember
get
that?
to that in a minute. We're gonna get to that in a
Yeah.
minute. We're gonna get to that. Why did he have that? I'm glad that you brought that up. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But you know,
Yeah,
that
'cause I
this
still
dude has
got the
been
pictures.
idolized all over the world and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you
I
heard
got
her
the
say
gold casket photos.
now you heard her say this, that his name is synonymous with justice. You know what I'm saying? So this is right
What?
in the craze of all of this. You
It
know what I'm
is
saying?
justice.
So when she said this, it got more crazy after this. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to point that out.
Come on, yeah, buddy. All right, yep.
That joint ain't playing now. Hold on.
With justice. Let me remind you guys, I've done it before, right? When the media was spinning all the lies, when the media first came out and they said, oh, George Floyd was just getting his life together. He moved to Minnesota. He got released from prison in 2014. He was just getting his life together. You remember that? Do you guys remember that media depiction of St. George? Who was to say?
The video froze.
My fault. I paused it, but now I wanted to pause it right there. Now they said he just moved. He just moved there, right? Now I just wanted to point out that they said he moved there from Texas. You know what I'm saying? So he his name was Big Floyd, right? That's what everybody used to call him and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I want to point out that you know he was friends with Scarface. You know, Scarface tried to act like he didn't know him, but he knew Scarface enough to be in his video. And we're gonna get to that later on. And shit. I mean,
Yeah, I got those photos too. I got those photos on deck.
George Floyd did. A woman who was traumatized by what George Floyd did. Various people who were traumatized throughout the life of George Floyd. He left a wake of victims. That is what happened. He had so many victims throughout his life, but right now, the world has decided that he's just a wonderful human being. You're not allowed to talk about his record. Not allowed to talk about any of the things. There are children that are running around with George Floyd shirts. There are murals that have been constructed dedicated to George Floyd because his name has now become synonymous with justice. I guess my question is, justice for who?
Yep.
How do I do that? How do I live a life so that people say Candace Owens' name is synonymous for justice? It's not tough.
now let me pause it right there. We gotta pause it just for the copyright issue. But you know, like think about this. Now some people will say, it don't matter how he lived, you know, they shouldn't have took his life and all of that, right? But the thing is this. We don't got murals for Khalid Muhammad around the world. We don't even have murals for Malcolm X around the world. You know what I'm saying? We don't got murals for Medgar Evers around the world. We don't got murals for Fred Hampton. You know what I'm saying? We don't got murals for the King of Mali. You know, we don't got murals for Nkrumah. We don't got murals for a lot of.
There are murals for Malcolm X around the world, and Mumia Jamal too, around the world.
Why? You know, why stand? Well, then I stand corrected then. But you know,
I get what you're saying.
The point I'm trying to say is that for this man to be exalted to that level, it just kind of makes it seem like our pantheon of greatness is like is preposterous. Like you're trying to make it. Try to make it like it's like a like anybody can buy into the alumni and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like even like how they threw Barack Obama. Like how they threw Barack Obama in paintings with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, and they did the same thing with Kamala Harris. They threw her in the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she on the poster with Etta James, and you know what I mean?
Right.
Man, listen.
Yeah,
man.
so
it's like they peeing in the pool of greatness, man. That's what I say. They peeing in the pool of greatness with these frauds.
If George Floyd is the face of justice, then Brother Polite is the face of business.
Hey, look, check this out. Ever since
Umar
Oprah,
Johnson is the face of education.
No, check this out. In real life, ever since Oprah, you know what I mean? They don't consider there has not been a successful black woman that has graced any type of you know what I mean, statue to where somebody has recognized them as some type of role model in real life. I don't mean like, you know what I mean,
Cardi
actors
B.
or
Cardi
actresses.
B.
Who?
Cardi B.
That's disrespectful. That's not a woman.
I'm gonna
That's an
skip. Let
act.
me skip
That's a
forward.
person
Let me
persona.
skip forward in this video. Let me skip forward in this video so we can get it off the screen. You know, but I
Yeah,
just
that's
want
not
to
a
point
real
out this
human.
point. This point that she's
I
saying
mean,
right
people
here.
don't
Now
act
look,
like that in real
check
life.
this out. Look.
She was shot and killed by
Yeah, you hear me? Oh, hold up. Check this out.
Yeah, I
police
hear
because
you.
she
You
was
fast
attempting
forward.
to stab another girl. It's on camera. She was a knife-wielding maniac, but those details don't matter.
Bryant.
Don't forget, because her mother came out and said that Ma'Khia.
Now this is he talking about the girl that got killed by the officer. So I wanted to point this
Bryant.
last part out. Yeah, as we go
Sniper
into
rifle
the.
officer.
Had a motherly nature about her. She promoted peace. Ma'Khia Bryant's mother wants you to know that the knife-wielding maniac that you saw is not who she really was. Maybe in that moment she was trying to kill somebody, but the point that we should be focused on is that Ma'Khia Bryant liked to promote peace in her spare time, right? I mean, this is like, I feel like we have now tapped into fiction. Like now we have to just accept fiction. It doesn't matter because Ma'Khia Bryant was black and she died at the hands of a police officer, and that's all that matters now. People want to come out.
And that's what I wanted to point out is that it's like it doesn't matter what somebody was doing. It doesn't matter the nature of their character or nothing. Now that it just all that matters is that a black person was killed by a white person, and automatically now they exalted to greatness, or or a white person Alexa, or a white person gives a black person a job, and automatically boom, they right up there with the freedom fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold up though. Right. When that white man pulled up, right? He doesn't know what's going on, who's arguing with who's right or wrong. He sees one girl holding a poodle. Holding a poodle. She wasn't swinging punches, nothing. She was holding a poodle, and there was a knife coming towards her throat.
Crazy.
Did you ever look at that video and slow it down yourself? And
yeah, I watched it, man. Listen,
that was a roundhouse.
Like,
look, that motion that the girl's arm was made.
And one thing I want to point out, like, to answer that question, is that he made a judgment call based on his training. Like these people, like if you ever seen Blue Streak, and Martin went to go be a police officer to go sneak into the joint to steal that diamond and shit. Like he went when they were showing him when he was going through the police academy. They had the perps up there, and they had basically all of the perps was black. You know what I'm saying? And all of the people that needed saving was white. So these people was trained like they making fun of that shit, but these motherfuckers are literally trained that way. The same way that you go around, you could go in a affluent neighborhood, I would say, of European people, European descent, and they dogs is like barking at you. They don't bark at people that look like them, but they bark at people that look like you. That's not by accident. So you know what I mean. So it's the same thing with the cops. They train to see us as perps. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll be right back. Somebody at my door.
He made a judgment call based on his training, but the same thing is that he saw a girl with a knife and was inches away from stabbing a girl in her cerebellum. You know what I'm saying? Back here in her medulla oblongata, she was about to put a 6-inch knife in her medulla oblongata. That's a fucking kill shot, yo. Nobody wants to talk about that. The fact that she was about to super murder this girl, and he shot her like almost. The crazy shit is he shot her almost in the same area that stopped her movement immediately. So that was a hell of a shot. I just wanted to point that shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a crazy shot that he got off. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to give him no credit. I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, but at the same time, he did save a black girl's life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And see, remember when that incident first happened? We said that once that there was quite a few things that was wrong with that scenario in the first place. You know what I mean? One being that the father yelled out, "Oh, my daughter!" Like, "Oh shit, why was you there?" And you did not instill in your child that when you hear the sirens, you stop. when you know what I mean? Like that was the, the trigger that used to stop us back in the days. By the time the sirens came around, we weren't. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that people operate. And those things definitely will stop you. And if, you know what I mean, you get past the point where you get that angry, somebody needs to be watching over you. If you get past the point to where you won't stop when you hear sirens pull up and somebody, if that does not stop you, slow you down.
Right, man. Listen, when we used to be, getting into shit in the street, soon as we heard the sirens, we was out. You know what I'm saying? I remember that movie. You remember that movie, Outsiders, and they had the Greases versus the Socials, and they used to go out and shit like that. Even in Warriors, when they would go out into the park and they would fight, and then they would fight until they hear the cop sirens, and then everybody starts scrambling before the cops get there. You know what I'm saying? So that was a known thing.
Right.
So for these youngins to be that desensitized, and not even just the youngins, it was a lot of adults out there. If you notice, you heard the father immediately like, yo, you shot my daughter, but you wasn't trying to interject and stop your daughter from knifing up a girl. You was gonna let your daughter stab somebody in the back of the head and be tried for murder and all of that shit, but you cry foul when the cops kill her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, at what point do you step in and be a father and say, hey, look, I can't let you, you know what I mean? It's one thing to get a fight off, but I can't let you knife somebody up. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta let you do a fair one. It's a fair one unless you getting, even if you getting ain't gonna be no jumping. It's toe to toe. I mean, if the girl would have went, she would have went toe to toe with her. You feel me? If they had to get something off their chest, first of all, you don't do that shit on camera in front of nobody. You dig what I'm saying? That's what people's problem is. They be airing that shit out and want it to be on camera and having it
wanted to be on camera.
I'm still talking about Ma'Khia Bryant.
Yeah, but we about to talk back on it. We about to talk back on the George Floyd shit because I wanted to respond to what he said about the closed casket shit. You know what I mean? Now, now with the George Floyd situation, like they said that he died from asphyxiation, right? From having what they said, like 700. They said like 700 or 800 pounds of pressure on his chest and shit from the 4 officers on him. You know what I'm saying? So, if that's the case, then he didn't get tilled and shit. You know what I'm saying? So his face wasn't all fucked up and shit. So and he had a gold casket. So why did he have a closed casket if he had a gold casket? I'm pretty sure that he had some of the best morticians in the world. You know what I'm saying? If you had a gold casket, you know what I'm saying? All these people chipping in for this star-studded event, right?
But his face wasn't mutilated. Nothing happened to his face at all.
Right.
Not at all. That's what you're getting at.
And don't forget, he had 2 closed casket funerals. 2.
Right.
And they got the best refrigeration.
Now, look, I'm gonna throw up this video real quick as it load up. But this is a video from the joint.
Yeah.
Oh, so people did look at it.
I like it, but it's the truth.
So they
I like it, but it's the truth.
I didn't know that they opened it, yo.
Yeah.
But you can't see into it though.
But they can.
Yeah, but why can't nobody see into it? Now think about it. One thing about black people is that with black people, now, have you ever been to a funeral? You ever seen somebody come up and take a picture of somebody in the casket?
They showed Epstein in his casket.
So you think that black people at a funeral? You think black people who went to George Floyd funeral ain't gonna take no picture of him in his casket?
Yo, didn't they take a picture of Epstein on the slab when he was dead?
I don't believe it.
Is it possible that all of these people at this event is in on this bullshit? Now I remember I went to Prodigy funeral. Me and E went to Prodigy funeral, right? And his body wasn't even there. They made everybody come up and say, "Yeah, respect the body, respect the family." Put your cameras away and all of this shit. And when you get around the line to the end of the line, it was just a mural. It wasn't no body or nothing. And Foxy Brown was there, right? And when Foxy Brown came and she came and saw there wasn't no body there, she immediately started screaming and crying and shit. You know what I mean? And her handlers, you had to subdue her and take her away and shit. And it was like, well, she hasn't been taking her medication. She can't take any questions right now. You know what I'm saying? And I had a conversation with her, you know, that also led to her personal people intervening and whisking her away and telling me the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Which E can attest to, you know, if he wasn't being a sports news analyst, you know, but that's another can of worms. You know what I mean? Shout out to E, man. You know,
they're about to start this they're about to start this press conference for the shooting too. This is an update. I wonder what it is. Y'all care about this?
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to get to this because I knew that was coming. We kind of spent too much time on it. So all right, let's move forward. Let's wrap this up. But I wanted to point out some things. You know, this was one of the first things that I wanted to point out is that
you're getting a lot of crackling and stuff in your audio. A lot. Say something. Is he frozen?
Probably. That'd kick it off.
StreamYard, man. Shit. StreamYard is always doing some bullshit. I'm telling you.
No, man, if you ain't got no VPN, if you ain't got no VPN, that shit fucks you up. I swear. Oh, yeah. I gotta pay for my VPN. I gotta up my VPN and shit. Like, you know what I mean? It block all that extra traffic. You feel what I'm saying? There's hella shit going on your frequency right now. That's the reason why, you know what I mean, it's interference.
I've been noticing a lot.
Yeah.
I've been noticing a lot on a lot of live streams that I go on. I hear some of the people that crackling in the background. Something's going on, man.
Yeah, it's because people are going past sections and these things are coming up on people's scenarios and situations.
Hey, let's listen to this, John. Let's listen to this till Walt come back. Tell me if you can hear it clearly.
I can't go home tonight. I have my kids. That hurts.
Yeah, so my phone died.
Oh, all right.
It's tough.
Well, yeah, I had to switch phones and shit. My phone died. I mean,
wasn't you about to play something?
Yeah, I'm about to. I gotta switch this other phone because this other phone just died. I don't know what the hell going on. That phone died with the damn charger on. That's crazy.
It died while it was plugged in?
Yeah, crazy.
It must be an old phone. That's how them old Androids
You gotta buy a new battery. Yeah. That's to be happening. Oh, charging.
Listen, they're making a really big deal about this shooting, man. And there's been a lot of mass shootings.
Because they pushing for gun control now. Earlier in the day, earlier this morning, they reported that Pennsylvania blocked the Senate bill for the gun law.
Right.
Because they pushing for this shit right now. So they trying to get, in Congress. So they trying to see what they can get in the Senate. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know they still haven't counted the votes, yo? Oz isn't the winner yet. This is day 9. I think Georgia hasn't been decided yet either.
This shit is crazy as hell, man.
Y'all want to hear some of this press conference?
Yeah, I'm dipping in. I'm gonna dip in on my little side phone right here.
All right. I'll play it.
We won't stop until we get all the answers that we possibly can.
Oh.
So again, I want to thank these men and women that are behind us supporting the DPS and the Rangers. So there's a lot of information I'm going to give you. There's some new information as of Tuesday that I wanted to clear up, that we want to clear up, that's been pushed out. We'll continue to have updates in the coming days. Once the information is obtained and we're able to confirm and cooperate that. We want to make sure we're pushing out the right information. Early on, when we came in, we were receiving a lot of information from a lot of different locations. That's a baseline. You start there. You made some reports. But since then, we started doing interviews. We started working the crime scene, so we're cooperating. I want to share some of that. It's a small piece of information right now, but it'll grow within days. So please, thank you for being here and being patient with us. It means a lot. On Tuesday, May 24th at 11:28, suspect,
May 24th,
just west of
11:28.
here, wrecks his vehicle, pickup truck that he took from his grandmother. He had just shot his grandmother in the face.
Wow.
She's alive. She's stable at this point.
Whoa.
11:28, he's sitting there.
Yo, let me
What did
pause.
he shoot her with?
Grandfather.
What did he
Yo,
shoot her in
so
the face
look.
with?
Look.
What did
I
he
wonder
shoot
if
her in the
she's gonna-
face with?
He had
What did
two
he shoot her in the
assault
face
weapons.
with?
He had an assault weapon and a rifle, so I don't know.
Well,
But-
yeah, this,
What did he shoot her in the face with?
He didn't get. They didn't get to the. They just laying the foundation. They didn't get to the new information. This is just the foundation.
Yeah, and I didn't know this chick was alive either. So
His
That's what I'm
grandpa-
saying. What did he
his
this is
shoot
a
her in the
witness.
face with?
This is a living witness, dog. So she's gonna
Yeah,
talk
his
one day,
grandfather
assuming that
made
she's
a
able.
statement too about this. I mean,
Assuming that she's
now this
able.
dude. Now, I want matter of fact, let me pull up this. I got a little video of about this dude. You know what I'm saying?
About getting shot in the face?
It's about, but I do want to finish this George Floyd shit. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna put that
Okay.
on pause.
Hey, we gotta figure that out.
Let me hold on real quick. Hold on 1 second, sir.
Okay.
1 second.
That's I'm gonna write that down. We're gonna table that.
Up.
Yeah, we're gonna table that. How you get shot in the face? What did you use to shoot her in the face and she lived? How quickly did they get there to save her?
Not only that, will she be able to talk when the time
No,
comes?
what did he, if he shot her in the face, how long did it take the police to get to her? And who called the police on her? Where did he shoot her in the face at to where they got there in time to save her life?
Well, if he shot somebody, the neighbors probably
What
heard it.
gun?
You know what I mean?
What kind of gun did he use to shoot her in the face? If I shot
Well,
you anywhere in the face,
Let's do this.
I'm just
let's
just
go back.
using
Let's go
physics.
back. Let's go back to the press conference and see if he says it.
According to the information I have, he went in at 11:40. He walked, and I'm at approximate 20 feet, 30 feet. He makes a right. He walks into the hallway. He makes a right. Walks another 20 feet. Turns left into a schoolroom, into a classroom that has doors open in the middle. Officers are there. The initial officers, they receive gunfire. They don't make entry initially because of the gunfire they're receiving. But we have officers calling for additional resources. Everybody that's in the area, tactical teams. We need equipment. We need specialty equipment. We need body armor. We need precision riflemen, negotiators. So during that time that they're making those calls to bring in help to solve this problem and stop it immediately, they're also evacuating personnel, not say personnel, students, teachers. There's a lot going on. A lot complex situation. They're measuring. Approximately an hour later, U.S. Border Patrol tactical teams arrive. They make entry, shoot and kill the suspect. But you also had a Zavala County deputy and Uvalde Police Department that made entry and killed the suspect. Immediately, numerous officers. Now it turns into a rescue operation. How do we save these children? How do we save these children? Some made it out. We don't have a hard number yet, but that was a goal. And then continuing, making the area safe, continued. A lot of moving parts afterwards. But during, they were taking gunfire, negotiations, and developing a team to make entry to stop them.
So the gunman was by himself for an hour. He was by himself in there with those kids and those people for an hour. They took a lot. This is what the parents are complaining about. Oh, it's back.
That came out early on. It was reported that a school district police officer confronted the suspect that was making entry. Not accurate. He walked in unobstructed initially. So from the grandmother's house to the bar ditch to the school, into the school, he was not confronted by anybody. To clear the record on that. 4 minutes later, law enforcement are coming in to solve this problem. Step by. So, just want to clear that up. That's very important. And again, this will happen as we move forward. So, thank you. I'll take a few questions.
That's what I was waiting for.
Hey, you know what?
They're about to take questions.
Hey, look, check it out.
So right now, during the investigation, it appears it was unlocked. So we're going to look at that and try to corroborate that as best as we can. I do that. Hey, please, one at a time, and we'll address as many questions as we can. So let me finish this question.
One at a time. Announce your name. Announce your network. Okay? Just be respectful, please.
So, Josh, thank you for the question. So right now, it appears it was unlocked. Like I said, it goes back to the investigation. It takes time. We will find out as much as we can why it was unlocked, or maybe it was locked. But right now, it appears it was unlocked. So thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Huh?
I got something for that. Brother Khalid, you there? All right. Hey, look, check this out. What I'm gathering from this whole story right here is I see this is coming down to that they're going to let some people voluntarily give their weapons up. But what they're going to do is they're going to say that this child being transgender had mental health issues, right? So all of these people that have kids that have mental health issues should not have weapons in their house, right?
Wow.
And look at all the families that have transgender children. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these things that they're pushing on these people, right? And children, and also, hold on, hey, brother Khalid. What I was saying is that they're equating and associating the transgender kid having mental health issues. So then that means you can strip that family and that household of their firearm. This is a whole thing on how they going, you know what I mean? This whole thing with these situations, you got children that have social media accounts. They figure they have mental health issues too, right? That's also going to get the weapons out of the houses because, pretty soon there's an outcry right now on how to remove the weapons from the houses and to prevent this thing from happening again, right? This is what's going to be on the table. What's already on the table. Mental health is the top topic right now. You dig what I'm saying? For surely. And in that, so look, to disarm all the parents and parents who they consider, because you remember once before they said they were going to start using people's Facebook profiles. They have enough points on there to psychoanalyze each individual person to see if they have mental health issues. If you post too many pictures of you, too many selfies, bunch of shit, you're narcissistic, so on and so forth. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're going to be able to, people purposely put themselves out there to where that they're going to be able to use AI to be able to start stripping people. Because basically, the volunteerism isn't working, so well. But look for these things to correlate the whole time that this story is going on. This my, my point. The whole time that this story is going on, I'm looking at all the people that they plan on stripping just from doing this stuff. You dig what I'm saying? They got to disarm all the parents who got children with mental health issues, whether it be from, injections, elixirs, or what have you. If they got mental health issues, that's an automatic disarm, right?
Right.
That's how it is in California. I don't know where it is out there. You dig what I'm saying? You confirm me, leave it in the post. But
listen, there are mental health issues. There are mental health records on millions and millions of people in America, especially people under 40.
Every single person that has a social media page has been posting likes on certain things that they would deem to have some type of implications of having some type of mental health issue. If something happened against the so-called establishment, or you know what I mean, in favor of something that they didn't like, then they can consider you to be one of those things. You did.
Say what's up to Golden Goddess, y'all. She in the chat with us.
Hey, what's up with the Golden Goddess?
She helped me out with my channel a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. What's up with Golden Goddess? All right. Out here from Cali, Philadelphia, California.
That's the queen of the golden sphere.
Righteous. Hey, supporters. Share if you care. Share even if you don't. There's somebody who care enough for the both of us. Somebody care enough for the both of us. Care enough for all three of us.
I don't know where they're going with this, but they are dragging this story out. And this is 2 days, and this guy, you heard what he said. He said that we're going to be getting more information in the days to come.
Hey, what is on somebody noodle to go to an elementary school to shoot shit? You can't even do that. Like, who the hell do you hang around to make that kind of assessment? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
why people like us
when
be
we were
screaming
kids,
PSYOP and all of that.
Hey, one of the things is you run away from situations. If you're that young, you know to stay away from school, because if you get in trouble on school grounds, it's going to be worse for you. So you run away from any kind of school ground.
Just like I was saying in the video the other day, that there's some, like when they say unaccounted for, that's a fancy wording. You know, you got children that you know have a contingency plan set up with their parents, where parents tell them to say, I don't care what they tell you.
Right.
School. When this happens, you go here and I'm gonna pick you up there.
Your audio is crackling like
Me?
crazy.
Me?
Yeah, a lot.
All right.
Did you hear that, Pope?
I think I know
Or
what
is
it
it
is.
just me?
I know what it is.
Pope, do you hear the crackling?
Is it good now?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I
know.
put my microphone on mute, just you know what I mean, just in case it was me. That
was my other phone.
Try this. Try this.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
go into the settings and make sure echo cancellation ain't on. Go into the settings and look at the audio and make sure echo cancellation isn't clicked. And if it is, click it off and put it on.
No, it's good now. It's good. It's good now. It's good.
No, we still hear the crack.
Now, y'all
we still
the
hear
Golden Goddess. She said y'all good.
Oh, all right. Well, as long as she can hear it, all right.
Yeah,
100.
Let me, motherfucker, come back with this truck. Take him with the bullshit. But you know, like some people got contingency plans set up with their children. Like, listen, I don't care what they talking about. You know, you meet me over here by the damn fence, or you know, or they know the schematics of the layout of the school. You know, to go to that fire escape, the door to be unlocked, and I'm gonna meet you right there. I'm gonna take your ass home.
Yep.
You're not going to go sit in an auditorium for a head count.
Jump the fence. I'm gonna meet you right here.
When they say unaccounted for, that don't mean that these children are dead somewhere. Now think about it. It took them, when we watched that story the other day, it took them like 3 or 4 hours to the body count just kept going up. This is not a maze. You know, again, this is not a maze. This building didn't collapse in on itself. You know, it's not like the power is out in that joint. They, you know, if it's dead children in there, you gonna find children. It's not like he was killing children and hiding them around the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so
yeah,
it is. So for them to just keep tampering with the body count, you know, that's suspicious to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
did this school have cameras? Did this school have cameras?
Like I said to my mom, like let me say this real quick. My mom, I was talking to my mom about this the other day. My mom told me to shut up. You know what I'm saying? First he said that. So you call me a dummy? And I said what? And she said, so now this is how this. I'm pointing out how heart-struck people are on the news. She said, well, so what you calling me a dummy? I said, why are you saying that? She said, because you basically you saying if I believe that, then I'm stupid. I'm like, I'm not saying that you're stupid. They saying that you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? They the ones that trying to play you. You know what I'm saying?
My brother.
So it's like hold on. So wait real quick. I say the reason why she said that is because I said, why is it that all of these shooters, they all get mad, kill the nearest person to them, and then go to some public venue and shoot random innocent people? They said someone's audio is bad.
Hold on for a second. Your shit is crackling bad. I just went on YouTube on my phone and listened to it.
My phone?
Yeah, go into the settings on
right.
StreamYard and make sure the echo
Hey, we almost
cancellation
at
ain't
4 hours. We got 15 seconds till 4 hours. Click us off.
Well, let's say goodbye. Y'all want to come right back and do another one?
Words without action have no meaning. And if it takes a village to build this one.
Yeah, hold on, man. Hold on.
I'm not cutting it off.
I'm trying to figure out if this is going working right. I'm saying,
You sound better now.
Is
You
it
sound
still
a lot
messed
better.
up?
No, you sound a lot better. Perfect. That sounds
I
perfect.
just had
Yeah,
to
because
say
we
that
can go.
before the
We
4 hour
already
mark.
passed 4 hours. We can keep going past 4 hours.
We just hit 4 hours. Yeah.
Y'all been on here 4
Yeah,
hours,
we
yo?
can.
I ain't
We
even
can keep
know.
going, man. Fuck it, man. And like, look, we got like there's a lot of shit to go over. Shit, fuck it.
No,
Man.
the cracking is
Be on.
back now. The crackling is back. That might be why. Because of how long we went.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Do you hear it now?
Let's do this. Let's put together another live stream. Stop this one. You know what I'm saying? And let's practice first and then come back and do another one.
All right. All right. Do y'all still hear it? Do you still hear it?
It's crackling bad. It's crackling bad.
Really?
That's a common problem here on live streams too, man. I've been hearing it a lot in a lot of live streams.
Yeah, but how did it just come out of nowhere?
I don't know, man. It was happening earlier though, a little bit.
Yeah. So how I'm trying to see how can I hear this shit? Because I want to hear what it sounds like.
Go on your other phone and watch the video on YouTube on my channel, and you'll hear the crackling. Oh yeah, and the Candace Owens documentary is out. I thought it was just a trailer. The whole documentary is out. I'm gonna play it on my channel later on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's out because they it's George Floyd Day basically, George Floyd Africa Day. So basically, George Floyd Day takes the place of Africa Day. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That was the whole point of why I was trying to make this video. That I was making this video is that George Floyd Day takes the place of Africa Day. I wanted to. I got some more information about the George Floyd situation that I wanted to present. We got kind of sidetracked with other shit, but it's all for the greater good. We presenting information as it comes and shit. So we I don't know if the audio still fucked up or what.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I don't know.
Did you turn off the echo cancellation?
Hold on.
Just hit that button that says settings right between stop cam and share, and then go into where it says audio.
It was already on and shit. It was already on. That's why I'm like trying to figure out what happened.
What was already on?
Hold on, I'm gonna back out of it. Come back in.
Yeah,
all right, I know.
Pope, do you hear the crackling?
Yep. Not so much on my tablet, because that's how I'm listening to it.
Yeah, I heard it on YouTube. We got to figure out how to fix that, yo. Because I had some problems with that too.
You know what? And it goes throughout the whole thing. It's just like that echo. You got to go through the whole stream in order to release that echo. That shit be in there and victimize you through the whole thing. You got to cancel that thing out.
Before you start, right?
Before you start.
Is it still making noise now?
Yeah. I also heard that when you start a live stream, you should go into the live stream with your mic muted before you enter the studio. I also heard that too. But you gotta I don't know why it happens on people's phones though.
I got hundreds of live streams that I've done that I never muted myself coming in or nothing like that. I always like background music in my shit. I like putting, you know what I'm saying, headphones. And I ain't got no sick ass super layout on my shit. You feel me? I got my headphones, I got my speaker, I got my tablet. I'm working off my tablet and I got my laptop. That's it. And my second
the power in my computer too. I'm gonna make this computer stronger because I think that's the reason why some of this I'm having some audio problems.
Oh, see, it's only temporary, like a perm.
Struggle streaming, boy. Tell you.
No, I got a book on that. How to not drain your whole situation while you streaming. I got hella books like that too. I got some stuff that you can tap in once you get see, you can actually buzz in on popenent.com when you become a member. You can buzz in and you don't have to have the Wix app. You know what I mean? Sometimes the app be slowing shit down. It's cool to have the app because you can look at the lives and everything, our live streams when we live when we streaming and shit, you can look at it live. And that's the bonus to that. Everything's on there except for the music page. So you know what I mean? Look at /popenent.com/music. And I got some of the illest playlists ever. I got the weed smoking playlist on there. I got the Bet You Ain't Got This. I got the you know what I mean, some new artists to put in your playlist. You dig what I'm saying?
Y'all listening to a lot of that shit. You sure that shit ain't copyrighted, yo? Because it's like niggas songs.
I got permission from the artist. I got permission from the artist.
Oh, okay, okay. That's why I ain't used none of that shit yet.
Yeah, no, the instrumentals is I got up to they said 5,000 or 5,000 sales. You know what I mean per instrumental on there, and
hey, listen,
you can have
I was hearing some cracking in my mic just now too.
Yo,
did y'all hear that?
Yo, I'm still. Is my audio still messed up?
Yours is good, but now mine's is cracking.
Is mine cracking?
Nah, mine sound good now too. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Okay. What about Golden Goddess? Are you still online? You still there? Right.
I should be fucking up the momentum, man.
Yeah, it's crackling again now, so we might as well shut this down, man.
All right, man, we out of here, man.
I'm gonna jump out, man. Let's work on it. Let's work on another joint later on. You know what I'm saying? We got to practice first, though, to make sure the audio is right. And it's funny because it didn't start off this way. It like came on later on, and that's gonna be a hard fix right there. We got to figure that out.
No, once you change to another code, it'll clear up immediately.
What do you mean?
Because whatever caused it before isn't going to be the same thing on the next one. You got to redo your settings and stuff like that when you go into each new room.
I know, like my phone. I know my phone was overheating and shit. Like I'm trying to figure out what's up with my phone.
Overheated. My tablet overheated. I had to take that's what happened when I blanked out when I played that little Africa video. That's what happened. I had blanked out. And
well, I feel like it's maybe we just on the screen for too long, man.
You got your laptop in the car with you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So next time we stream, just use that.
Yeah, but I know I'm not gonna be doing 4-hour streams no more because my phone can't do that shit. My phone hot as shit.
I wouldn't advise nobody to do 4. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm about to go watch some tutorial videos and see if I can come up with some solutions. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right. Hey, look. Tap into popenent.com and then look at your inbox.
All right.
Do it on that. Do it on that. Yep.
We out of here, man. I say peace and benediction. Only you can prevent cognitive dissonance. We out, man.
All right, we out.
Shout out to StreamYard for fucking us up,
Right.